Let me ask you something. When you come in on Monday and you're not feeling real well, does anyone ever say to you, sounds like someone has a case of the Mondays?
No. No, man. Shit, no, man. I believe you get your ass kicked saying something like that, man.
I like IRONWORX because it's where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
I love IRONWORX with Josh, Walt and Zack. It's like sitting in your front room having a cosy chat with your best friends.
Hi, it's Diva here, and I just want you to know that IRONWORX with Josh, Walt and Zack, it's definitely my favourite dose of reality. Come join the family and keep it flat.
Why sleep in when you could get your dose of iron in the morning? Listen to the IRONWORX.
This is Enlightened Dawn. Roses are red, violets are blue. IRONrealmmedia is the best on the plane. To this show, I will forever be true. You guys are truly the best, and I love you guys. I'm so thankful to have you in my life.
Do you like listening to space letters from Never a Straight Answer? Then tune in to the IRONWORX with Zack, Walter, and Josh. Break clear of the fear on the IRONWORX and become an Iron Scout.
Good morning. It's a beautiful day.
Good morning. I'm here.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
What is dark matter?
Okay, we don't know.
That's great. That's why it's called dark.
It's exactly.
Everyone knows all reputable information comes from random people on the internet. Tell me things, internet. The earth is flat. It's like school in your hand.
Okay, dark matter is something we do not know what it is. We believe the dark matter is there, but we have never detected it. Well, what I'm afraid of course, is that there is no dark matter out there.
There was one?
There is no dark matter out there. We need to think really hard, to think really hard, to think really hard, to think really hard.
Perhaps we need some outside universal threat. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
And TGIM. Happy Monday, everybody. I'd like to think that y'all heard some of that intro music a little better than usual. I did some tinkering under the hood. Now I'm just trying to figure out what in the hell's going on. Oh, I see. I see. That's a little better. Good morning, gentlemen. How the hell are you guys doing?
It looks like I'm gonna get wet today for working.
Oh, I just thought you really liked the show.
It's so hot.
Right? That sucks. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it started raining. There's thunder and lightning.
Yeah, you're getting what I got yesterday.
Yeah.
So I'm actually, did you guys happen to hear any of that intro music, or is that all dead silence to you?
No, I heard it. I heard all of it.
Oh, good. That was the one unknown that I had yesterday, was to whether or not Teams would actually work, and it would go through Teams and Teams would still come through. There was all kinds of weird stuff that was going on, but it all ended up working in the end, so I just kind of slowly backed away and didn't touch anything and fired back up this morning and hoped it worked. But Justin says Reverie sounded
Zach,
great.
Did you have to send me an invite? Why didn't Teams just find you guys? I found Walt last night when I reloaded Teams.
Did you do it on a different phone, or was it a phone number? Or
this phone completely crashed, so it might as well have been a new phone factory reset. And it found me and Walt's old conversation when he was showing me 21 Pilots. So I found him, but I couldn't find IRONWORX, ironrealmmedia, nothing. And I looked for it too.
Oh, that's probably because I blocked you. I'm joking.
Oh, sweet.
I'm joking. Completely joking. I did not block
All
you.
right. No, just make my shit list, Josh. I got an emu.
You got an
a little bit
emu?
of an attitude sharing problem. Yes.
Nice.
He's got a little bit of a problem. And don't think I don't know. By the way, I've made up narratives with every animal on this farm. The emu is definitely not looking at me sideways, but we talk shit.
But you're doing good. You're having fun. You're living the farmer life.
God, I love it so much. I had no idea how, I don't know, this is the perfect place to reset my life. I love it. I love it. I mean, obviously, I'm picking a fight with an emu that doesn't know I exist. But it's, dude.
Sort of par for the
even
course.
though I'm mostly from Nashville, I guess I'm still kind of a city boy, if you will. So it's brand new. It's all new. I'm still learning, But officially, Mojo and that flat fellow could go for a week on vacation. I could hold it down.
Now, did they tell you that, or did you tell them that?
No, they've watched. I asked them to not tell me what's next and watch and see if I forget anything. Some animals get a single feed, other ones get mixed feeds.
You take notes, right?
There's bird seeds. Yeah,
like a grown-up, you take notes so you remember?
On a notepad, they're like, you won't need your notepad. You'll just start to get it, and I'm getting there.
Yeah, but if you have a notepad, you start to get it quicker. That way, when you're not doing things,
would be sketches of this fucking emu. Stop looking at me, emu. I'm just kidding, buddy.
Looking at me side-eyed like that.
Yeah. Can you imagine fist fighting an emu? But no, I love it. I get the obsession now. I get it. Karen and Ted also have their chicken coops and stuff. I get it now. I understand. You get to feed God's children, other children, and there's a bond with nature. I get it.
You learn that humans aren't the only ones with personalities.
Yeah, for sure. And they know who I am, and I'm, having orders of things, They're confident enough not to do it counterclockwise around the farm. But me, I have to run it counterclockwise to make sure I'm doing everything, But yeah, I didn't have to ask for any help yesterday at all. And some animals are fed once a day, others twice a day, There's different mixes, but I mean, I get it. It's hard to explain other than I get it. And a lot of people are like, hey, Rico, I thought you were from New York. Well, you don't understand. Upstate New York is no different than where I live right now in South Carolina. Upstate New York's dairy farms. It's not Manhattan. It's not Broadway. And people think that. Oh, you are a city boy. No. Actually, I'm more southern than you. I'm just very northern southern. Dairy farms instead of chicken farms. I don't know how to explain it, but I get it. That's the easy way to put it. There's a bond with nature that you make.
This is true.
I'm 3 weeks in, but I remember the first time thinking, Yeah, it's raining. I don't have to do anything. And then I was like, wait a minute. These animals don't give a shit if it's raining or not. They gotta eat anyway. What am I thinking? You know? But I'm doing great. How are you guys? I missed you guys a lot.
Missed you too. I haven't heard from you in a while, which is probably a good thing.
Well, I don't want to go live on like a Greyhound. I've been traveling a lot back and forth, and being forced to. And man, a 17-hour Greyhound, communication situation could really take it out of you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, no one told me, hey, you're going to go through extreme gut pain. You need to poop on a Greyhound, and you're not going to do it because you're nervous as hell off the Greyhound. Jesus Christ, I don't know how people do that. I'm going to start flying. How are you guys? Walt, did I see Walt?
You did.
Walt.
He's just been quiet.
Oh, okay. Oh, there you are. Hey, buddy. They threw their first meetup this weekend. There was a good, I would say maybe around 16 people that showed up for a meetup here on the farm. That was cool.
I sort of hear you, Walter. You're sort of
hello.
there. There you go. That's it.
What the fuck? Are you hearing me now?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
I've been talking since 4:02. And wondering, well, I guess maybe it's just Rico's excited and he's not acknowledging what I'm saying.
Oh, no, it wasn't being rude at all.
Because I checked everything. I checked it all to make sure I was in. After the first 2 or 3 times somebody said that, and I'm like, okay, it shows the right mic, it shows the right whatever. So I turned it from the headphones back to the mic, and it y'all said you heard me, and then you didn't, and then it's back. So I don't know. We did have a power outage last night while my computer was turned on. And this is the first time it's been turned back on, so that's probably what happened. Is it through a kink somewhere in the thing? Yeah, I was talking about bus riding and animal loving.
Yeah,
well,
no,
that sounds terrible. Bus
loving.
riding and animal loving. I believe that was a hidden track on John Denver's 14th album.
He's real proud to be a country boy.
Listen, well, I gotta ask you guys. I keep making this joke in chat. I keep going, hey, it's hello from Hada Baby Eats It Boy. Do you guys not remember that call commercial? And the guy's trying to call his parents and let them know that, his wife delivered a baby. And he's like, do you accept the call from Hada Baby? It's a boy.
I do remember
no one
that.
remembers this commercial.
Sadly.
Hada Baby Eats the Boy.
You started telling me, I'm like, no, Rico, I don't remember. I don't really watch TV. I really don't watch commercials. I don't remember what fucking... Oh, yeah, I remember. Had a baby, it's a boy. I remember.
Okay, cool. Thank you. God, I've been making that joke for 3 weeks straight, hoping someone picks up when I'm sitting down.
Nope, I remember. I can see the father sitting in the scrubs in the hospital room now.
Yep.
Or in the waiting room, calling his father or father-in-law. Had a baby, it's a boy.
Yeah.
Well, just to kick it back a half second, yes, I did a bit of traveling. Well, no, I did more than a bit of traveling as a young person in the entombment of a Greyhound bus. And just was wondering how that experience was these days. Is it still you're not really sure if that's a serial killer you're next to? And then what is that smell coming from the back of the bus and all that? Or is it modernized waitresses come by?
I don't know from before.
Mixed drink.
I've never toured by a bus unless it was a bus that my band was renting. So I'll tell you this: the more bus transfers you do, the cheaper it is. So the last transfer I did was total of 5 buses, and these guys, I will go, hey, I am really hard of hearing. The first smart ass thing they'll say is, well, then why are you wearing earbuds? then I have to go, listen, I'm hard of hearing because it's tinnitus, not just hearing loss. So I'm drowning out a ring to hear you clearer. There's nothing playing in these earbuds. And it doesn't matter how many times I try to plead with them when I get there, please don't let me miss my bus. You know, make eye contact with me when I'm supposed to go in line. And they all treat me the same way. Like, if you say more than twice on a single question, people treat you like you're stupid, not deaf. And that's pretty rough. But other than that, the passengers are friendly, but I had no idea, like, I wasn't set up for the number of people that their lives have crashed out in runny eye makeup because they've been crying. Like, the amount of pain via bus travel versus air travel, I didn't know that every bus stop was going to have, like, tons of people with heartache in their eyes. I wasn't prepared for that. I'm like, oh, these people are bottoming me out right now, too. Holy shit.
I do remember that as a kid. One of the things I hated about going to the airport. And St. Louis International in, like, the 80s was kind of cool. I mean, I think they've changed it some since then, but I think there's also still some remnants of the 1980s airport there. I think. I don't know. I haven't been in there since the 90s. But I remember that feeling of just being really uncomfortable by all of the sadness. Seeing all the sadness and feeling everybody, the parting and the separation just made me really uncomfortable.
Yeah, you guys know my best friend, Shanna. She's always taking me to the bus stop. Well, she always cries and hugs me like she's afraid one day it's going to be the last goodbye. I'm like, Shanna, I'm not being told, but if you get me to start crying, I don't think I'll be able to hold it back until I get there. So I'm going to try to, like, you know, dam that river before it flows, you know. But yeah, it's pretty dark. And I'll be honest, I sometimes people watch, and I'm probably just in my own head. I can see a couple shopping for groceries, and the girl's not smiling, and the guy's not looking at the girl. And in my head, what if this girl's in an abusive relationship? So a lot of times it's in my head, but in the bus stops, you know, these people, you can tell they've been crying. Like, it's not. I wish I could take it all from them. Like, I wish I could. And I'm not trying to feel like a Jesus rip off. I really wish I could take their pain away. There's nothing you can do. You just have to look at your kind of shoegazer and look down and stop trying to make eye contact.
You think you've figured out a healthy way to deal with your pain? So much so that you're in the point in a situation in your life where you're more than willing and obligated to take upon others to transmute that too? Or you think maybe you just need to focus on yourself?
No. It's definitely probably an escape coping mechanism I do. Like, if I can help someone else out of pain, that makes me feel good and not self-centered to not think about my own pain.
And there's a time and place
for that. It's probably
for
more of an escape.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
There's definitely a time and place for that.
But I wasn't expecting the high number of crying people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's, if you would have told me, hey, Rico, you're about to see like 15 to 25% of the people at this bus stop are going to look like really sad and heartbroken, I would have already been scared. If you would have told me the truth and it looks like more like 80 to 90% of them are there, they don't have another route in life, I'd be like, oh dear God, give me some blinders, like some force blinders, you know. I'll just look forward. It's rough. My mom was like, hey, we all came up with money for you, and I just heard you give away a $5 bill. I literally heard you on your earbuds. Like, oh, sorry, Mom. It's a trip, man. It's traveling by Greyhound is a trip. I mean, this should only be exactly 400 miles to the T from where I live in Nashville. But when you're on a bus with all the transfers, I mean, it does. You're so grateful to get on a bus and not worry if you're on the right bus that you can fall asleep 4 hours at a time, so it doesn't feel like a gnarly 19-hour trip or 17-hour trip. But yeah, if anyone ever has to take a Greyhound, be forewarned, you're going to see some heartbreaking shit. It sucks.
But most of us have watched enough television to know that we're going to see some pretty messed up things if you head to the... If you make the traveling by bus a part of your itinerary.
Frontier.
I wasn't prepared for it.
Spirit.
And usually I'm prepared for things like that. No one warned me. I thought it would be no different than, a plane flight. And it is. Like, a plane flight, far less people that are down and out in life or been dumped, heartbroken or whatever, and more a business commute. And Greyhound is more of, this guy can't afford another situation to move to the middle of nowhere, Like, it is
I'm
interesting
sure
to me because
times have changed. I know they have, obviously, but I'm just saying, so late to mid to late 70s, I guess. Let me think. I'd have been about 8. So yeah, mid 70s. We took a trip from a little town in central Mississippi out to a place called Ardmore, Oklahoma, which was relatively close to Oklahoma City and stuff, to go visit my uncle and stay with him for basically the whole summer. It was me, my mom, my brother, both younger than I, and my brother and sister, both younger than I. And so that's 4 of us on this bus trip across this big, vast stretch of the country. And I mean, being the age I was definitely excited to see things I'd never seen, but I was also a very emotionally mature, very aware of the world. In fact, I think I was reading Jaws, the paperback, on the way across, that my mom had literally fought the librarian to let me get a copy of. And so I liked it so much that got a softcover copy of it for myself to have personally. So probably rereading Jaws, actually. Anyway, and so, for me, that trip was an adventure, to go to a place that was an adventure. And it was an adventure. And even the trip back, which was a sadder trip in the, leaving my uncle and all my cousins that I hadn't gotten to hang out with for some years, because they had moved, from there. They didn't live out there all the time. They'd only moved there probably a year before that. So I had grown up with these cousins. So it was very emotional departing. And so that aspect of it, yeah, I get that. But even a little bit later, in the early 80s, at about, 12 or so, I would take off from Shreveport, Louisiana, which is the north part of the state, to come to here, to Franklin, because my buddy here in Franklin, Drew, lived here. And so I would come on a bus by myself, 11, 12 years old, 6, 8 hours, couple transfers. And it seemed like there was this almost a hobo, protect each other, let's watch out for each other mentality on every bus ride I ever took. When I would be in a bus station. Okay, I was going to say, there was this idea, you could tell the people who were trouble and who you didn't want to fucking talk to and stay away from, and you knew the people that were cool, and actually kind of would edge in and kind of protect you, if you will, from because I was younger. I knew everything was going on. I was, like I said, very aware of the world at that age. But you could, there was a camaraderie of it all, like you said, hobos on the lam or whatever. But yeah, it definitely was less of a. It was excitement, adventure. Go see my buddy, go see my family. For me, it was always a different situation than what you were in, changing life, leaving home, all that. I get that it added that layer to it. But I just, like I said, it's just, well, Josh said it, TV showed us these are the kind of situations at the bus stop. But, I don't know. I guess
Well,
it's really
no,
just
actually-
your emotional state picking up on things too, seeing, being more emotionally
Sure.
raw and picking up on it a little more. Because I'm definitely have to stay with a shield up to keep the emotions of others at bay. I get it. Trust me.
Yeah. But no, there was like that kind of camaraderie, and like one bus driver was mean to this young lady, and I'm like, hey, I think he was a bit melodramatic. Just relax. You're okay. I've got you. I'm right behind you if you want to talk to me. Like, there was definitely a sense of community once you got there. And by the way, don't let me make it a sad bastard story. I didn't even realize I was in Atlanta, and I'm hanging out in the bus terminal, and here comes Nate. Commercial sound and video, Nate. I'm like doing a double take, like, oh my god, and run and bear hug him, like, like I got surprised on the way here the first time. And he picks me up and he's like, let's go get something to eat. I got to meet his new girlfriend. She's lovely, Vanessa. But it wasn't all negative. I'm just saying I wasn't expecting the negative section to be as heavy as it was. Like, that camaraderie came around because you kind of don't have an option. You're either a bad person and don't care about people, or you're too sensitive and you want to help everyone. And I think more people fall on the side. In this day and age, I'm grateful for it, but more people end up falling on the side of let's take care of each other. So I don't want to act like it was a negative experience. It was just a little bit sadder than I thought it would be. And there's probably somewhere around 200,000 new people that have seen pictures of me and my babies. This is Atticus. This is Bob. Like, I feel like there was a Family Guy like outro where the guy's got his wallet and he throws down the photos of his children, and he's beating this couple up over the face with, look, this is me and my dog. Like pounding people away. This is my son. Are you going near him? Actually, I'm headed the other direction. Sorry. But yeah, I would definitely say that there's definitely more humanity than the cold world you think that all these smart devices are turning us into. When pushed to a point of, that kind of level of intense pain or just sudden change in people's lives that make them awkward, I would definitely say it was very, like, 90% of the people there don't want to start shit with anybody. They just want to be cool, and they want to be held emotionally, not physically, literally. They just want to know that they're not alone in the world, So I want to make sure I'm not trying to sound like I'm whining about traveling by bus. I'm not. But Shanna offered to drive me every time I come out here, but I just don't want her to deadhead 7 hours back home alone. Or I would, whatever. But I don't want to get ahead of myself, and don't get too excited, Andrew. But Shanna is coming out here to stay for a couple weeks. Go party. Tommy, that hot fellow. Apparently Shanna got his number through my mom, and Tommy comes home all like, I just spoke to the queen of your life. I'm like, is that a weird way of talking about my ex-wife? He's like, no, your best friend Shanna. I was like, oh, no way, cool. So yeah, I hope I didn't come off like I'm whining about it. I just wasn't expecting that level of heartache. Like, I almost felt like I could. Like, I don't, I'm not a hippie, but I do think I can feel people's pain sometimes. Like, I know an empath sounds like a hippie thing, but I do think I can feel it sometimes. But I've seen enough examples of it being my imagination to know that it's not a completely legitimate gift,
It's tough because you think, well, that's not coming from where I thought it was coming from, so it must be in my imagination. But that's the thing about antennas, is they pick up signals from like all over. So just because it doesn't have to be line of sight per se. So
Okay, so that dark suit might be a real thing that I feel?
sure. If there's somebody else around you,
Oh,
I mean, you don't have to be
Yeah,
looking
I-
at someone to feel to be that empath. Just sort of being
well,
in proximity, whether you see
Yeah.
them there or not. And sometimes
well,
it doesn't
if I
always
look at it
happen
like
immediately.
a Jerry Marzinski kind of way, yeah. Like, I do feel like I could feel people's demons sometimes.
And sometimes
Am I
it's a
going
delayed
my own?
reaction. You might not feel it or notice you feel it until after the fact. The feeling lingers, but the person is gone. Or sometimes your empathy doesn't kick in until a little bit late, a little delayed empathy. And now you're feeling something that's past and gone, and now it's interfering with what you should be feeling now. I suffer quite a bit, actually.
I don't think I went live about this, but I do remember mentioning it in the chat and Walt sending me links. But the room that I'm staying at here at the farm, some people that are bottoming out in life have definitely slept here before. And I had my very first demonic, non-sleep paralysis demonic experience in this bedroom. I traded away the blood of Christ. It hasn't happened since that night. But do you guys remember me saying I think this big ass mirror might need to be covered up, and there's something going on in this room?
Mirrors were fucking mirror.
Yeah, well,
especially an
dude,
old
check
mirror.
this out. The very first time I slept with my now ex-wife, 17, 18 years ago, we had a night where I had sleep paralysis, and there's like the demonic demon with glowing red eyes. And in the dream, he's looking at me and talking to me, and I can understand what he's saying. When my wife woke up, my soon-to-be wife at the time woke up the next morning, she says she saw it too, only it was in the form of a cat, and it wasn't speaking English. It was some kind of ancient Latin or something. And we both woke up, and the body-length mirror beside where we both had our Siamese sleep paralysis dreams had some kind of ancient Greek or Latin kind of like
Real
writing in
resin
the
stiff
dust
after
on the
sitting.
mirror. I know this sounds crazy, but I'm telling you, there's something to it. Like, my wife wasn't lying because she started the conversation. You know, I didn't like lead her into going, hey, this is where my dream was last night. She was talking about it. I'm looking at her like, the look on my face like, what? Like, you know, probably I looked like pale, you know, like I just saw a ghost, because the validation of her going through a similar thing, only it was a cat instead of like a humanoid. And she didn't hear the English that I heard. Otherwise, the dream was identical. It was too much. Like, you either have to believe in the spiritual realm, or that me or Amory are just lying to you right now. That's all. That's literally your only option right there. And I'm telling you, I'm not lying about something that trivial. I wouldn't do that. I might tell
Get
a
some
girl she
bells to
looks-
ring in that area. Get some little bells to ring, and get you some sage to smudge. If you have never done that, I'll send you a link or two about it. But definitely,
Yeah, I've never done that.
it's very possible to cleanse an area from energy
Well, it
and
hasn't
lingering
happened
things.
since the first time I told you guys. It hasn't happened again. Like that one night. And by the way, I did get up and try to recreate the lights. I tried to find. I even looked for maybe fireflies for the eyeballs. Like, see if a couple fireflies flew in here. Like, as I went outside the window and the shades are turned. You know how Venetian blinds, if you face them upwards on the inside, you get less light in when you want it. They were upwards, so I tried to recreate it from the outdoors. No. I mean, I remember yelling out, going, I don't know if this is Randy or Tommy, but you don't understand. This is not funny. But like the second time it happened in the same night. I was like, guys, stop, please. And I, felt around for my phone, turned the screen on, and pointed the light toward it, and there was no one there. I'm like, oh my God, there's something in here. It was crazy, man. It hasn't happened again, so, my mom was right, but could you imagine being a 48-year-old man and calling your mom at 2 a.m. because you think a demon was at your ankles? Like, it's not the most exciting conversation to have with your mother. And she's like, son, I think you opened more doors than you think you opened. Which is probably true. And you guys know what I mean by that without talking about people I'm not supposed to talk about. But I think I did open some doors that I'm not sure how to shut. I'm just going to leave it at that, because I'm not going to ask you guys to lead another episode for me.
Sounds like you need a little Jack London in your life.
You want to get? I'll
drop.
Sounds familiar.
I'll drop the link here in Teams chat.
Well,
so real quick, I see
Jerry Marzinski.
Go ahead.
No, that's it. I was just going to say, I'd love to have a personal conversation with Jerry Marzinski to hear further updates from his prison psychiatrist stories. And the one story where they led the one guy that was trying to come off of hard drugs, demons led him to a briefcase full of money and a duffel bag full of meth in the middle of a field. That was like the last new Jerry Marzinski story I'd heard, and that was a good 3 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a while. We haven't done our Friday shows, number one. But yeah, we definitely haven't reached out to Jerry in a while. And we should make that happen soon. Real quick, I saw a question in chat about smudging and if it's not an actual entranceway for things. And, growing up with the Native American history in my family, and then becoming aware of different practices as I dabbled in various paths throughout the life that I've lived. And many homes that we've moved into, both as children, like as kids with mom moving a lot, and then in my own life moving into homes, especially the one I'm currently in that was built in the 1850s. You quickly realize that there is energy there. You call it what you want. I know some people, there's not really ghosts or spirits, whatever. Call it energy. Call it the recording of the life within this confined area, by the wood, by the energy field, by whatever. What are you chewing on? Yeah, sorry, I see her chewing on something. I don't want her to be messing with a wire.
Well, I want to stop you
wires.
right there. Either everyone I know in my life is a bold-faced liar, or there's such thing as the spiritual realm. And I'm
right.
I'm 100% on this one. Like,
right.
There's very few conspiracies I'm 100% on. Like flat Earth, 100%. Demonic.
Well, definitely,
realm, 100%. Definitely. Something was here that night. Something was here.
But the whole thing with smudging a home definitely is that you want to use the right thing. There's Palo what is it called? Palo Santo? That sounds right. Palo Santo. You want to have sage is the usual thing, like a white sage. Some cedar also works. But you also want to have a way to catch any ashes that fall. And you want to be able to let whatever you're smudging with finish burning out in the room once you've done the actual process. And you want to definitely, like with any other spiritual endeavor, you definitely want to, it's all about intent. So you definitely want to put your positiveness into it. And, invoke whatever spiritual guide or whatever, Jesus or whoever your main thing is. And then you basically just burn it like a piece of incense in your hand. You walk around with your cup under, or like a lot of people use shell, like an abalone shell. Walk around, the area with positive intent. I like to sing and hum and do a lot of energy with my voice when I'm doing it. And
I'm sure they hate that. I bet they hate melody.
Yeah, they hate anything melodic or like bells or man like that. I used to have a set of chimes that were like two little, almost UFO shaped gong things hanging with a leather string between them, and they were like, you know, they were from India, so they had lots of India type artwork on it, and like the Om symbol and things like that, and you rang those as you walked around through the house after you did your smudging ceremony. With those things, you walked around with the positive intent. And like I said, it's changed every home we've ever done it in completely, especially this. This one was full of blackness.
Was the question in chat something like, how do you know you're not trapping the spirit towards this side
No,
of
is
the
it
realm?
not opening a portal for more to come through? And it's like, well, you know, if your intent is to open a portal, it'll happen every time.
I've worried about the same thing.
It was Louis.
Like, what if
Louis
I'm
in chat asked.
What if I'm shutting this
Again, it's
back
about
down?
intent. It's all about intent. I mean,
Intent,
again, when you sit down with a Ouija board as a kid, asking things to come forward and answer your questions, yeah, you're opening fucking doors up. But when you're actively with intent and energetic output, making things go away and sealing up portals, you literally are working on that in your mind as well, in your heart, in your soul, and getting all that out of there. But like I said, the last part of it all, after you've smudged from the front door all through the house back to the front door, you let that burn out in like your little shell or your little safety bowl, whatever you want to call it. But it's all about intent. You know, you want to release your crap and the house. You don't want to just, you know, you have to, it's all a process, you know. But definitely it's got ancient roots through lots of Native American indigenous type
Not that I don't trust you, but I want to get professional help with it. Because I've opened up silly doors before. I mean, I can remember being so dope sick one time in between tours and being home for Christmas break and running out of, my drug of choice and praying if you just take the dope sick and the heartache away, you can have my soul, if that's a real thing. Like, I mean, I've made prayers like that. Like, I did some dumb stuff when I was younger, thinking there was no consequence. So, I'm not even sure that's how you go about opening a door, you know? I've never done the deep dive on how to sell one soul, you know? But I do know that I have similar cast of characters. One very tall, skinny male, a short male, and a female that always sits to my right whenever I'm having demonic attacks. And the female looks kind of like Penny Lane on Almost Famous. Like, she's very comforting. Like, I hate to admit it, but they're the same demons. Like, they're repeat customers.
Yeah, you can definitely get attachments, especially if you're a person who off charges a lot of frantic.
Well, I recently, at the
negative
meetup we had
energy,
2 days ago, this couple, Greg and Christy, you guys know who this couple is? They know who you guys are. They were here and they were like, you know, the number one stronghold that demonic entities can attach to is unforgiveness. Like, really?
Yeah, holding on to shit's bad for you.
Well, apparently I'm really bad at it. I can say it all day long, but no, I still harbor these issues. And some of these people aren't even alive anymore that harbor these, like, unforgiveness issues.
Were you ever into the band
Incubus
at all?
love that shit. Oh, yeah, but they didn't even know what an Incubus was when they named their band. Like,
Right.
They had no idea.
Yeah, dude, I didn't listen to them for like the first year they were out because I thought they were a death metal band. I just heard the name and assumed death metal. Incubus, death metal.
Really?
So I wasn't into it. Yeah, my buddy finally went, no, dude, listen to them. They're amazing. One of their lyrics is literally, you should make amends with yourself, if only for better health. Because, dude, unforgiving you is one of the worst things that you carry, but unforgiving of other people, fucking A. Fucking A.
Yeah, that song's on Make Yourself. I recognize that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
He drew the tattoo on my left wrist, right?
You
like
did tell me that.
Brandon
Yeah.
Boyd
I used to want a Brandon Boyd art tattoo. That was like one of my dreams, was to get him to create a tattoo for me, because I love that fucking Om symbol with the 3 in it that he has on his fucking wrist.
That's what's on my wrist. That's exactly what's on my wrist.
I love that shit.
And by the way, just like people come back to me, hey, I heard you were in Five Finger Death Punch. Let me be clear. Brandon Boyd did not tattoo this on my arm. He drew it for me. I got a professional tattoo artist to tattoo it on. So, like, it's funny how people will spread a story and leave out one very important detail that makes me look like a bold-faced liar. No, I didn't get tattooed by him. He drew an Om for me. And by the way, my tattoo artist at the time, he's now won a lot of black and white awards for black and white, in gray contrast tattoos. He was like, I've never tattooed an Om on someone and them not have bad luck. So do you know what an Om is? Do you know what you're doing? And back then, I could do no wrong, when I was like 21, 22 years old. So, yeah, I'm telling you, I don't know. I'm not an expert in demonology. I don't know what kind of doors I did or didn't open, and how much of it's real, how much of it's in my head. I don't make any positive claims other than something was in this bedroom that one night that I told you guys about. I mean, I remember you reading the chat out loud, like when I was talking about that mirror that I had covered.
Yeah.
Have you seen that movie with Nicole Kidman, The Others, where they have to cover all the windows and the mirrors, and turns out the big twist is they were the dead ones?
You're awesome.
You know what I'm talking about?
Sorry, that was
I hope I
me
didn't just ruin
covering
that
up.
movie for anyone.
That's why I played a little soundbite. I don't think that they heard it. Because you don't just go around giving out the plot twists at the end.
Bruce Willis was the ghost.
You're awesome, Walter.
They didn't hear that either.
Really? Good job.
I don't think so. I'd kind of be surprised. Maybe Bruce
Here
Willis.
is spoileralert.com. We'll ruin everything.
You're awesome, Walter.
Yes, Jay's. Where the
So
fuck
good.
did you get that? That's so great.
Can you not hear that? Let me play it again and listen. I think I know where it's from, but
You're awesome, Walter.
yep, I know where it's from.
What is that from?
I think I've got a few others here.
What he is. By the way, I believe it's
it
pronounced
sounds like
Walt.
Zack when it first starts. I'm like, was that Zack? And then I realized, no, it's from something. I just couldn't get it.
What's it from? It sounds familiar, but I can't place it.
I know I've got more here.
You're awesome, Walter.
You're awesome.
Just real
Walter.
quick, in chat, Laura, I did see the video of the link with the bells. I did. I meant to bring it out and show it to people, and I got sidetracked. I think I still have it open.
That was good. Hey, if Andrew is in chat and has some space left or anything you want me to dip out, I will just say, hey, it's Andrew, and I'll jump out.
Is that going to be the whole video? Him holding up his bell?
Here, let's try this one. This is pretty good.
I don't know where the video started, so there it is. Okay, I was trying to find the bell.
Walter! It looks like we're...
Oh,
what's that from? Those references. I love it.
Can I share sound? I don't think I can, do I? When I do it, it doesn't work, does it? Do you hear this?
I believe it's pronounced Walt.
Temple bells.
Yes, that's very good.
Clear the air.
Ow, 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 ow.
I believe how
Earbuds.
She demon's leaving.
They use various methods to attract the attention.
That hurt. Yeah, heads up for earbud guys. That sound effect hurt. So that was. Speaking of running into Nate at the Atlanta terminal, he bought me a set of hearing aids, but the problem is my right ear has tinnitus and hearing loss. So today I'm going to try to. I found something online. So I'm going to try to use cotton with the ear that has the tinnitus in it really bad, which is my right ear, my wedge. Before in-ear monitors were very, very common like they are today. We had wedges to hear the rest of the band on stage, or our stage sound. So I'm going to try cotton in the right ear and try to find the mix from there. But you know what? If anyone ever gets bummed at Nate, you're no friends with me. That's who's such a good guy. Man, what a sight for sore eyes. Hey, accidental alchemist. That's the better side.
Wait,
Sorry,
what?
Justin.
I'm trying to see what's going on in chat. Hold up.
I think you're hot too, Justin. Just FYI. You know I swing both ways.
Walter, wake up.
Ray, Boston Ray. I think Boston Ray said
Zack. Oh, hey, Zack.
Pretty sure it's Ray that's holding up.
Oh, hey, Zack.
You, Zack.
Wow.
Zack, are you trying to fuck up our family?
Zack is still a bitch.
Hey, Zack, how far away from you am I where I'm at right now? Like, you said like a couple hours, right? Not very far at all. Like, Watson and Grace have stopped by so far. That fellow farm.
Yeah, I've never been down there.
Harleysville? Like, Harley motorcycle?
I don't know. I'd have to look it up.
Yeah, well, you know, in my mind, that all that the Carolinas consist of is places where Karen Beast turned down Plateauberfest. That's how I generically think of it. You know. Oh yeah, and Myrtle Beach. Is it Myrtle Beach out here? Yeah, that's right, isn't it? Near
out there.
a military fort, Myrtle Beach. Yeah.
Somewhere.
By the way, I once let a guy run over me in a car on his spring break vacation in Myrtle Beach, and everyone saw me get like plowed, like it rolled me down the side of the car, broke his rearview mirror on his door, and I'm like, he's like, dude, are you okay? I was like, oh my god, you smell like liquor. Take off, go, I'm fine. So just FYI, don't ever worry about being sued by Rico. He doesn't roll that way. If anything, I'm going to try to help you. But yeah, he rolled me down the side of his car. He was pulling out of a parking lot, taking a left, but looking right, and I was walking across. Me and my girlfriend at the time, Chrissy, I pushed her out of the way, and the car rolled me down the side of it, broke its rear view off of the door, the driver's door. He just smelled like a distillery. I was like, fucking go. Get out of here. Park your car, though.
Damn
on,
you,
man.
Zack.
Damn
Damn all your integrity.
Dude. Damn my integrity. I'm doing a pretty good impression of integrity, aren't I?
So real quick in chat, I see a discussion of, you know, of color and merit of color, and I'm just being silly, Stacy. You're not like ostracized or anything by us. It's just, for my knowledge, the Just Me Stace name has been in our chat twice, maybe, that I remember. Now that I see the Stacy B, I went, oh yeah, okay. But yeah, it definitely don't take your gray color as an offensive thing. Just take it as haven't noticed. And I haven't had a chance to go over to, like, for me to do it, I have to log out of my Walt account, Flat Earth Head, and go into the Iron Realm account, which shuts down the whole show for me. I have to redo everything on my computer here and during the middle of our live show, so I just rarely do that anymore. especially with just a 2-hour show. Now, when we used to sit and ramble for 4 and 5 hours on a Friday afternoon, I would definitely take the time to log out of my account, go log into the Iron Realm on a different channel thing, on a different tab, whatever, and fix that for people. So please don't take offense. You neither, Dr. Evil. You evil fuck. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, by the way, I want you guys to know that colorblind people don't think that we're seeing in black and white. I'm convinced that I'm not colorblind. My colors are just mixed up because I can tell when I'm seeing shades of gray and when I can see color. So I'm not red green colorblind. All my colors are just skewed.
How many shades of gray are there, though?
Oh, 50 exactly. It's the weirdest shit. Tie my ankle partner, sir. What? Is that loud? My. Why did I have to say sir?
Make it weirder.
I'm never going to get rid of these rumors if I keep making those kind of Freudian slips. Tie my ankles tighter, sir. It could totally be a woman. Nah. I live in a fine world.
So also I see in chat a thing from Glyphit asking for us to play a Reverend Horton Heat song, In Your Wildest Dreams, in chat. Unfortunately, no longer being tied into Free World FM. We don't actually, it just took a second. I flashed way back too far. To not actually have access to a technically legal music license that was kind of letting us get by on some of the YouTube algorithm bullshit somehow. Because when we kept doing that, playing songs after we no longer were involved with, I'm trying to say it in a very way I don't know how to say it. You know, the station just didn't work for things on the other end, and we just kind of were there when it kind of disappeared. So we're really not 100% on all that either. But it wasn't anything like negative or bad or any of that. It just kind of was one of those it happened kind of things. But no longer having Free World FM's license for music makes it difficult for us to play music. Josh started having things to where his internet would literally start hiccuping and crashing and doing crazy shit every time we tried to play a song. The show would be going great till we tried to play a song, and then it would go belly up. So we kind of just had to say goodbye to the music. Now, that being said, the ostracized one, I'm just fucking with you, Stacy. Stacy, when I went to go check her channel to make sure I was... Wait, hang on one second. When I went to Stacy's channel to check to see if I was subbed, I had been unsubbed, so definitely, guys, always check your people. But she had a video, she had a post from just a day ago talking about, well, I'll just read it. To legally, I had it clicked and then it went away. Come on, come back up. Oh, man.
Don't let me forget that.
Let's go. Here it goes. Put a bookmark. To legally sing and upload cover songs on YouTube in the United States, follow these guidelines. Make sure you check your own country's laws, please. Obtain a mechanical license through services like the Harry Fox Agency or Songfile. Use YouTube's Content ID system to identify copyrighted material. Be aware that monetization may be limited or shared with the original copyright holder. Include proper attribution to the original artist and songwriters in your video description. Avoid using the original backing track unless you have permission. Consider creating your own arrangement. Understand that live performances may have different rules and may require additional permissions. That's pretty awesome, Stacy. I have copied that and will share it here in this call so that anyone else who might be a content creator, I'm looking at all y'all,
actually, it's easy to win those arguments if they.
I used to sit and fight
video down for copyright strike.
Like every day when I got up, that's what I would do: is go into the Iron Realm account, go in, and fight those. Because I had every song we were using at the time that I was doing that. Well, no, that's not how I should say that. Every song that was getting copyright strikes for us were songs I was using in my promotional videos for our upcoming shows, because I had a program that would allow me, through buying that program, access to this music they had that was their copyright music they let me use, and I had permissions and all that. In fact, that's where we got the Gravity song that we used from Cheyenne for so long was through that app and that permission system that I had. And I would literally go in and say, okay, here it is, you two. And sometimes it would get to where I'd have to fight it 3 or 4 times. After the third time, I'd be like, okay, here's my bill. I charge $5,000 an hour for you to be fucking with me with these fucking copyright claims, motherfucker. Anyway.
Hey, before I forget this aside, I remember I got to meet the Reverend Horton guys. They're part of the Dallas, I forget the district of downtown Dallas. Is music. Deep Ellum, that's what it's called, Deep Ellum, where Trees is, that's whole school there. I learned the record from front to back, sold all my furniture to move to Dallas because I was so sure that I was about to be the next drummer from bands that you guys might remember from the mid-90s, the Toadies. Make up your mind. You know what song
Awesome
I'm talking
King.
about. Yeah, yep. And dude, I had it dialed in. I could have played that record front to back, like every little nuance. I had it dialed in. And this is before like desert metal. Like desert metal, like Queens of the Stone Age, wasn't a thing yet. I think Queens of the Stone Age was still called pious at the time. But I had that record dialed in. Like, I sold everything. I moved to Dallas because in my head I've already got the gig. I moved here and they got over their beef with the drummer and just rehired their old drummer. And I'm like, well, I'm in Dallas now, so what am I going to do? I ended up working in an apartment complex as a maintenance guy, before I could move back home. But I, in my mind, I was already the new drummer for the Toadies. And I still love that band. The song Tyler is probably the creepiest stalker lurker song I've ever heard. You guys familiar with the song Tyler? Like, first of all, he sounds like his dad, who was a Southern preacher, but he's talking about, like, I found the window in the kitchen and I let myself in. I rummaged through your refrigerator. I grabbed myself a beer. I can't believe I'm really here. And you're lying in bed. I can almost feel your touch. And, like, there's this whole rant about this creepy stalker guy. I'm like,
wow, that might be mine.
Yeah.
I had one
Oh my
I
God.
bookmarked years ago called Gonna Get Close to You by Queensryche. That was, until I heard those lyrics, you just quoted the creepiest stalker song I'd ever heard. And the vibe of the song is so fucking like, oh my God, creepy, weird. I'll link it to you so you can check it out. That
Okay,
was
do
back in
that, because, yeah, I
Queensryche's
need you to
super
hear
hair
Tyler,
metal
too.
days.
I decided to cut out
Yeah,
early
drop it in
before I
our
told
chat.
you the rest of that bridge is he ends up like kidnapping the girl. And the song's called Tyler. Talking about Tyler, Texas, before you get to Mexico. His ex-girlfriend ends up in his trunk, like very from Dusk Till Dawn, but Tarantino, Rodriguez film, It's a good record. Like, I think Toadies is an underrated band because everyone remembers that one song, Possum Kingdom, but that whole record, Rubbernecker. Oh my God, I was gonna be their new drummer. Like I convinced myself. Like I said, I sold all my shit to move in audition, and I had already had the whole thing in my head. I'm like, all right, cool, I got the gig. Can I sleep in the rehearsal studio for a couple weeks till I balance things out? Like, telling you, I definitely was seeing a bridge too far, like it was right in front of me. Learned a hard lesson. Plus, I was still like in my teens. I think I was like 19. In story.
Oh, I hope the rain stays away.
It's supposed to rain here 80% all day. Because I need to work on the garden. Oh, guess who knows how to suddenly make a garden? Me.
What's your plan?
We're doing peppers, potatoes, tomatoes, okra, like 6 different plants. Like, but like they're the above the ground planter style garden, instead of just a space for a garden. So
Yeah,
I've mostly
raised
been
bed.
like pulling up, like cleaning the weeds out, getting it ready to plant. And we have the potatoes in like individual sacks.
Do you
Like that probably
apologize?
means something. Do I apologize? I don't get it.
To the plants that you're pulling out?
Yeah, you must thank the plant.
I knew it. No, of course not.
Zack,
Biting
it's
on
so
the ass.
sweet.
Yeah. The plants that you're raising are going to think that you're evil and mean. I'm telling you. Do you talk to them?
Well, I have morning after pills. Nope. Bad joke. Bad. Too soon. Too soon.
Telling you, man.
I love that you don't accuse me of like having sex with like goats. Like I'm definitely having sex with the potatoes.
Plants are just as sentient as animals are.
Actually, I do believe that. All joking aside, I actually do believe that, and I do speak the whole time I'm playing. Like I kind of try to put my intent into it, which I did back when I was a line cook back in the day when I was in that one punk rock band. Walt, I think you heard. I think I played Tall and Tokyo for you. The song Triple Distilled. I like you better when you're drunk because you like me better when you're drunk. That song. I used to kind of. I wanted to be a chef because there's an honor in people trusting your cooking. Feeding people is an honorable profession. I loved it. I only did it part-time in between tours, but I loved it. Because, I even told my mother, I didn't make true on this, but, hey, if I ever stop being a touring drummer, I'm definitely going to be a sous chef.
I'd love to see
I
you
can't even-
confronting Gordon Ramsay. Get up on there, bro.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'd knock that dude out so quick. Have you ever heard of pretension, motherfucker? Oh, the camera's on. Just kidding, Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah,
I'm
chef.
amused. Yeah. Have you guys seen that show, The Bear, with the guy from, oh dear God, the William H. Macy show?
No, chef.
Yeah. No, I get what you're doing. The show Shameless? Yeah. The Bear is the younger kid that has kind of a big nose and it has a really nice gun show. He's got his own new show called The Bear. It's about him
Really
starting his own
nice
kitchen.
gun show. Ah,
That's so gay.
you're gay. You're fucking gay.
It wasn't that gay.
I
I think
know.
you did a really good job of trying to hide how gay it was. I saw you trying to figure out how to do it. Like, how can I say this without sounding too gay? And I think you kind of nailed it, but it still kind of came off gay.
I don't mind. I'm not trying to get laid. I don't even know if I'm ever going to date again, to be honest with you. It's
He
so
probably
far away
wouldn't put
from
out for you anyway.
I don't care if anyone ever does again.
Especially after the
I'm
nose
over it.
comment.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, he's
He's
a
got
good-looking
sexy
dude.
arms, but he's kind of ugly.
Well, no, he kind of does look like a dipshit, but he's a brilliant actor. You guys know who I'm talking about, right? Which guy
Yeah,
from Shameless?
I've seen
No
the
chef.
show.
The older
I've seen
brother?
the show. Not Shameless, but I've seen The Bear. Or we started watching The Bear. I know exactly who you're talking about. And you described him pretty accurately.
He looks like someone, bitch slapped him when he just got through with a bong rip. Permanently.
Like his mom liked to drink a few beers when she was pregnant.
I was just going to say, he might have a little infant fetal syndrome there. There's a word for
Chicken
it. I
baby
can't remember.
syndrome. Chicken baby syndrome.
Fetal alcohol.
That's something I used to do with my
That's
kids.
the word I
used to-
couldn't come up with, Josh. Thank you.
I used to dance around Atticus on my lap going, chicken baby syndrome, and do a little shake dance. I have a very unique sense of humor, I promise. I've never shook Atticus or anything bad, but I would do this little dance and make him waddle around. and him smiling ear to ear because the chicken baby syndrome song, chicken baby syndrome.
Dude, I watched this crazy movie this weekend. Something like Be Careful, Have Fun, Don't Die is the name of the movie. Something like that.
Yeah, I've seen it out there.
So about a time traveler. No spoilers at all. Fucked up.
Well, you've already spoiled it, Zach. Fuck. Shush.
Fucked up.
I feel like maybe I've seen it.
Have you guys seen the One More After Another? I think it's called something like that. Yeah, I haven't seen it, and I'm a big fan of. Wow, I can't think of his name. I guess I'm not a huge fan. Paul Thomas Anderson is the director. I think it's called One More After Another. I think the very sexy Jake Gyllenhaal is in that. All right, now.
Yeah, did you see how great Tron did?
Oh no!
He went to the theater and it was empty. It was like the premiere of the new Tron Ares or whatever it's called. And there's like 30 people in the theater.
Soundtrack?
Huh?
Didn't Nine Inch Nails do the soundtrack for it, the new Tron, or am I thinking of something else?
I don't know.
Yep. It's supposed to have like a killer, like 5.1 surround sound soundtrack to it. That's all I know about the new Tron. I haven't seen it. Not Neutron.
The only guy I know who does soundtrack.
Tron.
Go.
The only guy I know that does soundtracks is, what's his name? John Grisham? Or not John Grisham, he's a writer. What's his name, Walter?
John Williams?
John Williams.
Oh, from Star Wars soundtrack?
Yeah.
From like every
from every soundtrack.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I just remember it from Star Wars.
From the late 70s all the way up to like probably early 90s. If it was a soundtrack, it was either John Williams or Jerry's.
Didn't he do Jurassic Park?
That's
not Bruckheimer.
No.
Hey, not the author of Fight Club, but the guy that directed the movie, David Fincher. He did Gone Girl, Seven.
Jerry
He did a lot of
Goldsmith.
great
That
movies.
was the other guy. If it wasn't John Williams, it was Jerry Goldsmith. Anyway,
David Fincher uses Trent Reznor from Nine Inch Nails. Like if you watch The Social Network, even though I believe the story's a bunch of BS because obviously it was a CIA operation, but the way Trent Reznor goes about doing film scoring is really cool. If you watch The Social Network about Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg, the further he gets away from who he used to be, they change the mics in the piano room of this, the score. And suddenly, like, at the very beginning, there's this keyboard or piano, like, very sparse noted, almost eyes wide shut piano. And by the time you're at the end of the movie, suddenly the piano sounds very distant. And that was him getting further and further away from his intent. Now, I would have never figured that out without seeing an article about it. But I love that kind of attention to detail,
Yeah,
I think David Fincher's doing a part two to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Remember that Nine Inch Nail Ghosts fucking group of CDs that were like 53 CDs or whatever the fuck it was? I just downloaded them off of LimeWire, but I had them, and it was like, because I was the guy literally in high school who had a mixtape that would start with the Superman song, go straight into the UFO conversation from Close Encounters, play the Jaws theme, and then start rocking out. And then in the middle, I would throw in another soundtrack song, maybe from the Twilight Zone movie, which was probably Jerry Goldsmith. That's why I know his name. Anyway, yeah, I love soundtrack.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
So I really jumped on the Ghost stuff because it definitely had the soundtrack vibe, and then he started doing the soundtracks. But yeah, I love soundtrack music. I always have.
Whoa!
Well, hey, Walt,
Watch out for the undertow!
Does Trey Reznor still measure his records in halos? Like if you have all the EPs and the bonuses?
Yeah.
The last time I checked on it,
I
he
haven't
was
been
at
that
Halo
deep on him in
23.
a long time.
I haven't been that deep into Nine Inch Nails since The Fragile, the record after
At
Downward
least that
Spiral.
far back. Yeah, at least that far back.
Same here. But I do have an appreciation for his film scoring with David Fincher. Like, I think he got a start on that movie Seven. I think it was his first attempt at scoring a film, and him and David Fincher grew together. Like, during the most gruesome scene in Gone Girl, you know, where she's faking being raped. Have you guys seen Gone Girl?
Spoiler alert. Oh, I'm going to have to get off this fucking call.
It's a dark film, dude. Oh my God. It's a good film. It's definitely Ben Affleck being better than he's been since I'm that good Will Hunting.
Ooh, good one, Melissa.
It's not
Sorry,
your fault.
go ahead.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Yeah, if you haven't seen Gone Girl, watch it. It's super dark, but has the coolest murder scene I've ever seen.
So real quick, I got to do this. I just saw Melissa in chat talking about how she loves instrumentals and favorite soundtrack being Pirates of the Caribbean. So literally, one of my top 10 albums for the fucking Desert Island is the soundtrack to David Lynch's Dune from like 1983. It is without a doubt one of the best fucking soundtracks ever done.
The sleeper has awakened!
Exactly. Toto. Fucking Rosanna, Africa, Toto did the soundtrack to David Lynch's Dune movie in the 80s. And I got that like on cassette, walked out of the theater, at the theater. It was at the mall. Walked out of the theater, went through the arcade. Didn't even stop at the fucking Star Wars game. Out of the arcade, straight to probably record. Fuck, what was the name of it? Anyway, the record store, and bought the cassette for the Dune soundtrack because it was so great in that movie. And then when I saw, that it was Toto on the credits, I was like, "Get the fuck out, Toto! Get out of here!" So yeah, fucking great movie, great soundtrack. Highly recommend both if you're not aware of how great the Toto fucking soundtrack is.
Rosanna. Have you guys seen MacGruber?
Nothing like that.
Movie?
There's no lyrics. It's just fucking great. Anyway, sorry.
Dude,
What? Go see him,
was a
Daz, man.
genius.
Luke is like one of my favorite guitarist players. Steve Lukather. Luke is one of my favorite fucking guitar players ever. Like I have a series of cassettes of him solo, like a solo artist, back in like the mid 90s or whatever, where he was touring and doing live shows with a group of great musicians. I think Bill Bruford was in one of those groups. And it was just fucking music, great music, jazz, fucking, yeah. He's way more than Rosanna. Everybody in that band is way more than Rosanna.
It's pronounced Beaufort. That's why I didn't know who you're talking about. It's pronounced
there
Beaufort.
you go. I see you're a drummer. I'm a guitar player.
Yep. I know. Arpeggio, some sweeps. Jimmy Jam.
Paradiddle.
Arpeggio.
Paradiddle.
I get it.
Paradiddle.
Remember that one argument that the guitarist and drummer had that morning? Paradiddle, arpeggio, paradiddle, arpeggio.
Mexican greaser. Mexican greaser.
By the way, don't move to the south and say your nickname used to be a Wetback Mountain.
Right?
So many people get really distant real quick. Like, I'm like, hey, I swear to God. Have I told you that story? Like, I was me and my bass player from the band that has the bass player now in Five Finger Death Punch, but a different bass player. We stayed at these girls' apartment, and they went to get breakfast the next morning. Me and the girlfriend's best friend that I was hanging out with, we were like, hey, we just moved here. We don't have cable yet, but we rented a movie. I was like, what you got? She's like, Brokeback Mountain. So, I go to watch it, and Julie comes walking through the door like, so you watched Brokeback Mountain? How was that? And I accidentally talk about 40 and slip. I was like, it was so hot to watch those scenes. I mean, so hard to watch those scenes.
He likes the way I talk, and I like the way he talks.
French fries, sorry. Wetback Mountain. I'm glad Rico is stuck and not Wetback Mountain.
That's what we call you behind your back, for what it's worth.
Okay. Wetback Mountain is racist and gay. I'm such a bad human.
Two for the price of one. Where you at, Ian? Where you at, Ian? Two for the price
Plus
of
a
one.
dollar. Plus a dollar.
Yeah, be nice.
Oh, wow.
Be nice. Oh, here we go. Be nice. They don't love each other as much as they could.
Is Andrew trying to hop on? I'm trying to play cool with custody.
Not to my knowledge. Yeah, you're fine. No, you're fine. You're fine.
There's nothing that would keep him from hopping on other than you.
Well, I know, but you guys are what we lost in the divorce. And you don't act like you got still crush on me. Come on, man. I'm hard not to crush on, dude.
Dawn didn't get enough sleep. I'm sorry, Dawn. I didn't
It's
either.
okay. I didn't either. I think the roosters haven't adjusted to the time change yet. It's still dark out here and the roosters are going off.
Pre-dawn crow.
I can't see.
What? That's what I call that.
Oh.
Pre-dawn crow, which is kind of like Kai McGow. Wait, what is it? Kai McGow. What's that Chinese martial art? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Pre-dawn crow.
Yeah, it's a
Pre-dawn
defensive. Crow. That sounds like
pre-dawn crow that's definitely the one. Yeah.
I was thinking Three Dog Night.
No, pre-dawn
well,
crow.
Sam
You don't,
Tripoli,
like, if somebody walks up and tells you like you don't want to fight me, I know pre-dawn crow. You don't fuck around with them, dude. You just step away. You step back. And go, yes, sir. Ease on back. God, I'm flashing back so hard. Literally, I was 17. Mom and them had left where I was at in Shreveport. I had 1 year of school left, and I didn't want to leave. So I stayed at a buddy's house who was staying with his mom and stepdad in this bizarro setup. I can't even explain it. And the dude that he was married to had had roosters and chickens running. This was in the middle of Shreveport, running around. He had a garage repair shop right next to the house we were staying in. So me and Robert would go in there and like jam. He had a Gibson Explorer, and the guy we knew had drums, and set them up in there, and we were jamming. Anyway, his roosters would it didn't matter, time change, whatever. His roosters would start crowing at like 3:30, and that's what we called it, pre-dawn crow. So yeah, I'm flashing back to quite a young age. With that
hey
one.
guys, I love you very, very much.
I love you.
I think Andrew does want to hop on, so I am going to exit Teams.
Wait, what
and just
happened?
listen on YouTube.
I don't know.
I'm going to let Andrew hop on. I love you guys very much.
All right, love you too. You have yourself a great week. Enjoy the farm.
Yeah. Okay, love you guys.
Don't forget to
Bye-bye.
apologize to the plants.
All right, brother. Yeah, I was just going to say, don't forget to talk to the plants.
Well, hey, me and this emu are going to go the fuck at it today. You better watch his staring issues.
Dude, emu will fuck you up. Don't play.
No, I know. Those claws look terrifying.
So in chat, Regina said, Rico, stay. I'm just saying.
It's because she loves you so much.
Yeah. Rico, stay. I'm reading it. I'm seeing it. There was one?
Ugh. I need coffee, man.
Mr. Zack, and now you are giving me the freak out.
Is that Mr. Bean?
I'm not entirely sure. Could be. Sounds vaguely like
didn't
Mr.
talk.
Bean. Let me try
Go
again.
ahead. Let me hear it again.
Mr. Zack, and now you are giving me the freak out.
Oh, no.
Get rid of that last little bit there.
Kinda. The voice doesn't.
Not Mr. Bean himself,
Like
but I
the
think from the movie.
accent?
But Rowan,
Yeah.
Atkinson.
Yeah.
Mr. Zack, and now you are giving me the freak out.
I think you might be right.
I
From
think
what was
it's
that
from
movie?
Rat Race.
Yeah,
Rat Race.
that was it. I was thinking it's that would take off a mad, mad, mad world, and I couldn't remember the name of it. Yep, that would be it. Wow, you dug that out of a deep recess, my friend. Was it infected?
Yeah, that show cracks me up, that movie. They had a bunch of people in it, too.
Oh, yeah. Your boy and Ice Cube? No, not Ice Cube. Fuck, the other one. Cuba Gooden, when they're getting pulled up.
Yeah,
that fucking
Cuba's in
tree.
it.
Uh-huh.
John Cleese. I'm not crazy. I'm a billionaire. I'm eccentric. Wow.
Zack is still Zack.
Passing cars like they was standing still.
I'm trying to narrow some of these guys down, so don't think I'm going to be playing this shit all the time. I've just got so many.
That's not funny. I still make lists on my phone of various things I hear in shows that either say Josh, Zack, or Walt, and write them down, but I never can figure out a way to get them from the TV in there to my computer in here easily.
Wait, Walt? What?
That's one of my favorites.
Wait, Walt? What? Wait, Walt? What?
Walt, I want you, baby.
And that's just my Walt soundboard, not counting my Walter soundboard.
Oh, God.
Right?
Zack, there are no words that can begin to describe the depth of my gratitude.
It doesn't matter how many Joshuas I hear or write down, none will ever beat Placid Ego. So.
Josh? You ain't got to start no... Yep, there it is. You ain't got to start no shit now, are you?
Don't get me wrong. I've got one for Josh, too.
Josh, what the fuck are you doing?
I don't know.
Easy. Easy, Josh. Take it easy.
Hi, Josh.
Hi, Josh.
That's the one.
Josh was a bad boy.
What
That
does
might
it
be
feel
the
like to
one.
be inside a girl?
The hell did that just say?
Josh, what does it feel like to be inside a girl?
Nice.
A China girl?
No, inside a girl.
Oh. That makes more sense.
Josh, what does it feel like to be inside a girl?
Josh,
What did I put in the chat here?
That's right. I didn't go through any of these last night. I just did everybody else's.
Josh, what the fuck are you doing?
That sounds like Robin Williams.
Josh, where do you think we should put the bomb?
That's the one right there.
Tell me where you are.
Anybody recognize that one?
One more time.
Josh, where are you? Tell me where you are.
Red Dawn?
Nope.
Josh, where are you? Tell me where you are.
Blair Witch.
Have I definitely seen the movie?
Yeah, I didn't. I retained nothing from Blair Witch.
I'm reasonably certain that's it. Because they can hear him screaming. Blair Witch? Blair Witch Project?
Blair Witch.
Oh.
They can hear him screaming in the woods.
Josh, where are you? Tell me where you are!
They're trying to find him.
Yeah, they could hear the PA running to the woods screaming.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what that whole movie was for me. It was like, oh shit, the tense movie. Yeah, somebody out there fucking shaking it for the camera. Anyway, I was way over shit by then. By the time that movie came out, there had been so much hoopla and specials about it that were just obvious fucking, marketing campaigns. And I'm like, I was so over it. So we finally went to the theater and saw it. And I'm like, yeah, this is exactly what I thought I'd be sitting through. It didn't do it for me. I was not
It's like you're going to go out into the woods overnight and this and that, and you're not going to take like nothing with you as far as a weapon.
Right. Nothing. Right.
Was the plan to go out overnight? As I recall, they started getting lost.
Don't remember or really.
And then Josh went a little crazy and got rid of the map. He's like, oh yeah, that fucking thing wasn't working anyway. It wasn't helping us, so I just threw it away. I got rid of it. So then the sun was going down, and they're like, well, fuck. We're supposed to be back at the car, but the car's not where it's supposed to be. We should have been out of the woods by now. What the fuck? I don't think they intended on being there overnight. They just ended up getting lost in the woods, as I recall. Again, I saw it in the theaters. So it's been a while.
You recall, I did. I saw it in the theater. But that's the last time I saw it, and I sure didn't retain any of it, because it was just like, wow, really?
I think I've seen it since. It's been a while, but I'm pretty sure I've seen it outside the theater as well. When I wasn't tripping on acid.
That might explain why you freaked on it and remembered more of it than I did. Because again, it was just not for me. I guess having lived through actual experiences that, made me shit my pants versus watching a PA shake the tent, it's two different vibes. And I wanted to, don't get me wrong, I was like all into scary movies, all excited when it first was going to come out. Oh, it could be real, found, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, okay, let's find out. And I went digging and found all that shit on the internet and went, well, this is just fucking advertising. This ain't real. Anyway, I'm very jaded though, so. Sorry, I just went back to chat and see that Daz is probably going to get an elephant tattoo if he gets another one. Let me guess where you're going to get that put.
2 big elephant ears right on his hips.
Just blow into his trunk, baby. Anyway.
Zack, you were beginning to see a pattern, right?
So I see Dawn talking about having 2 sacred geometry symbols on each wrist. I don't know if that means you got 1 on each wrist totaling 2, or if you actually have 2 on each wrist totaling 4. Regardless, she's saying that it could just be me, but I swear there's an energy coming from them when I put them together. So I guess we have, quote unquote, we here at Iron Realm, we have definitely done some research overall into symbols and shapes. And then I dug really deep when I found out about the scarab beetle shell casing parts being like weirdly anti-gravity, and that they were all like covered with these little geometric shapes inside that made them do that, and like looking into shapes and the sacred geometry and like the Merkaba and the Tree of Life and the way those symbols are part of the actual reality that is here that we're all part of, and that's how we formed and shaped the physical 3D realm, is using those symbols from the other realm into this realm, making those symbols, using those symbols, definitely keeping that idea active. And then you saying that you've got, the two symbols that seem to get energetic when you put them together. It makes a whole lot of sense. To me, anyway. To me as well. I have one sacred symbol on one wrist on the inside that I got. Shell and I actually share. So I'm right there with you. And when we put them together, they definitely have some energy. Uh-oh. Did we lose our audio?
I
Rico
believe so.
has. Yeah, he may have lost his special earbuds. Right, Dr. Emoto, you got it. There you go. Definitely. Symbols. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up there in chat. What's up, Mr. Infinite? Haven't had a second to say hey to you. Speaking of symbols, quote unquote, or geometry, or building a reality from weird, like, shapes that turn into this physical realm that we're in that involves living things, trees, animals, and plant, things living that we somehow co-create together here. And so that idea, very intriguing. And then last night, probably when I was up way too late, I'm right there with you, Dawn, I saw this story come into my little feed. And the story is from IndianDeferenceReview.com. Not sure what it is, the site itself, but the story is, forget about concrete. Scientists built a living wall material that grows, breathes, and heals as it cracks. And I will show you what it all looks like here as soon as I can find my share button. Share. There we go. So there we go. There's your living, growing, breathing. Oh man, I hate when that little thing gets in my way. Why does that happen? That's very frustrating. There we go. That stuff apparently is a living, breathing, self-repairing wall material that scientists, quote unquote, have built. This is at the Canada Pavilion in Venice. Not sure what any of that means. Opened as part of the 2025 Venice Architecture Biennale. Don't know what that means. Phycoplanktonics filled the space with 3D printed forms that had been kept alive. Oh, Rizzo, baby, you got to move. She's helping me scroll. Come on, sweetie, you got to go. Now she's turning on some kind of recording. Come on, baby, you got to get in. Come on, I'm down. Good God. Sorry. There's the story. Phycoplanktonics, developed over 4 years by the Living Room Collective, an interdisciplinary team led by Canadian architect and biodesigner Andrea Shinling. The group describes the work as an experiment in building with living systems rather than extracting and assembling inert materials. Apparently, here is another new living material that grows in sunlight. That's pretty fucking nuts. It's a long story. There's a lot to it, but definitely the fact that that might become something we would be able to use is pretty nuts. What it can do and what it still cannot. So the attraction of these photosynthetic living materials is not speed. It is their biological sequestration. Okay, I don't know what that means offhand. It works under ambient conditions with sunlight and atmospheric carbon dioxide, doesn't require toxic feedstocks. Contrasted it with urolytic mineralization methods that can generate large amounts of ammonia and depend on a, oops, I've lost my area. Where was I? Anyway, so yeah, they're building fucking walls that breathe. Pretty nuts.
That's wild.
Pretty nuts. I've got tabs I have to close. Can it make coffee? Maybe, Cal. If you ask really nice.
I'll take the old Zack any day.
What's up, Randall? I see you there in chat. Good to see you, brother.
Are you hearing the wind through my headset?
No, it's blocking it pretty well.
Yeah. Just a hint of it when you talk, but not, hardly at all.
Maybe when you talk, but not otherwise. So apparently we've had more earthquakes here in Louisiana. I had told you guys about the second largest one a couple of maybe Friday's show, maybe, that I talked about it. That happened more in the northern region, but definitely part of the New Madrid. But apparently we've had a few more since then, which is really, unusual for Louisiana. We're not known for our fucking earthquakes. So, learn to swim. I hate Maynard, but learn to swim.
Yeah, that was like a prerequisite growing up. In my family, everybody learned to swim. There was no being scared. You just got thrown in, and you learned how to.
Yeah, unfortunately, that was a lot of how I saw people learn how to swim.
It's how I think I know I have, or I'm on the spectrum. That weird sensory thing, I've always had it with water. I've always had a weird, maybe I was drowned in another life or something. But
Yeah,
I always,
was thinking that.
not always, but as a young child, I had a really weird thing about being in water and being wet. Like I would just freak the fuck out. Like in a creek up to my ankles, standing there crying. I can remember it's very
I've
specific.
seen that. Yeah, I've seen that like growing up too, that there were people who you just literally couldn't throw water balloons at them and couldn't do anything. They would freak out about water. So
see, water balloons were fine. It wasn't being wet
in reference
necessarily.
to being freaked out by the water situation. Yeah, definitely.
My parents' solution was to teach me how to swim, which consisted of going to this people's pool, standing up on the high dive, and throwing yourself in, which wasn't about to fucking happen. But they still made me do it. Or at least maybe get up there.
Justin said maybe you were a cat. That would explain a lot. Speaking of, hi. Back to turn on some more recording devices. We must be getting close to time. Yeah, it is.
Hi, I'm Zack.
Come on, Zack, you're all I got.
But I know Zack is okay.
Okay, meow.
Oh, well, look who's back. What'd I tell you?
Simmer down, yeah. Simmer down, yeah.
No, I couldn't figure out why no one was getting my Super Trooper references. And I look at my phone and I'm on mute. And I'm like, oh, that might help.
Uncle Walter can't see.
Maybe your outro, Josh, could be you playing your guitar. I didn't know you had taken up the guitar, Josh.
Sorry, I'm processing. Maybe she means you, Walter.
She probably either means me or Zack. Hi. Oh, wait, that's not the right camera. Hi. I'm Walt. Those are my guitars. Zack also plays and sings quite nicely with the guitar in his hand. But I'm pretty sure Josh is not a guitarist. Exactly.
And now you guys would actually be able to hear it on the YouTube side. Now that I've stopped using my laptop.
I heard the music that time.
That
was crazy.
Yeah.
Usually I don't hear the music.
Like I said, I did some tinkering this weekend.
Horrible voice. Good.
I figured you meant me, actually.
Yeah, it's
Don't
nice.
spit on that cop's burger.
The Super Troopers.
Yeah, and a liter of cola.
You're forgiven, Regina. I was just giving you crap.
Hope this guy
Hi.
gets in.
Hi, sweet. You've got to get off the keyboard now. You have to. Sorry.
You
Did she hang
dumb
me up?
bastard.
Oh, man. No, she did. Did something, though. What has she done? I've lost the whole call. Like it's all gone at the bottom, even. Oh, man. Now what do I do? Am I muted or am I open?
You're open.
Okay. Well, at least y'all can hear me. I have no controls. The little flutter's gone, and when I scroll over call, it just shows me the that I can rejoin through the show prep thing, huh? Let me go back. Oh, wait, there it is. It was hiding. I found it. More or less.
Josh
There.
Coy, APS 42, Brooklyn.
Yeah, that one threw me off. Totally fucked me up when I found that one.
Josh Coy.
What?
Is that from Airplane?
No,
Josh Coy.
it's an old war movie. I'm pretty sure, and he's just
Josh Coy, APS 42, Brooklyn.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Is his
I
name
grew
Corey
up-
or Coy?
Corey.
Oh, nice.
His name is Josh
I
Corey.
grew up, right, with people, like older people, like I would be like, 7, 8, and older people like in their 70s and 60s and shit, to me, ancient people, would go, oh, Walter Johnson, like the baseball player. And I go like, okay. Sure. Don't know. Guess you're right. I never have looked up that gentleman. Now that I have access to an interweb, let me see who that actually is.
Now that you can.
That I can, yeah. Never even thought about it until this moment. Oh, wow. That doesn't look anything like me.
Now, when you
He
do
was
that,
nicknamed
if somebody
Barney
stalks you
and
your
the
address-
Big Train. Oops, sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
You're good. What was your question?
Bitching about my employees. So somebody sends you an address, right? Says, we're going to meet here. Would you go to a place you've met before without checking that address?
Wait,
You
I'm
just
not sure
assume we're going
exactly.
to be meeting
Oh,
at the place we
same
met
place.
last time we worked together?
Right. I mean,
I would have said, yeah, we can meet where we met last time. I wouldn't send you a whole new address.
A whole new address, right? That would make sense.
Yeah. It's a link to Google. It's not like it's an address. It's a link to Google Maps. You just click on it, and it would have told them right where we were.
Right. How old of a person is this we're talking about? Age?
Oh, he's in the 40s.
Oh, well, then I guess maybe it was that whole like, yeah, well, I don't really know how the interweb works so well. If they were really young, I was thinking like, yeah, there's no excuse. They were raised with all that in their face, but being that age, maybe not. Maybe he don't know.
My name's Josh Corey. Nice to have met you.
Dude, what the fuck?
Why do I feel like a fanboy every time you play that?
My name's Josh Corey.
That's awesome.
My name is Wetback Mountain.
Man, it is still like really dark out.
Yeah, it is here too. I was just thinking that. Like, Tommy's awake. He doesn't wake up. Usually, I'll sleep in by an hour. You guys know that flat fellow, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit.
Josh stepping up. I knew Walt. I knew you knew him. Hey, can I tell you guys something super interesting about a couple friend of mine who's going through a divorce? That's definitely not me. They're in their honeymoon phase of their separation and having hilarious conversations, like the guys saying stuff like, I told you this was the height of my emotional maturity. I told you I wasn't boyfriend material. She's like, yeah, but I thought you were making that up to be glamorous. And the husband's like, no, I was being dead up serious. Either way, it's cute to watch from a distance.
I would keep all communications done through the attorneys, personally.
That was gnarly for them, I heard. But no, it's an acute, amicable phase. So I heard him say, and
it can be done. I literally
more than anything.
Go ahead.
His biggest concern is that she's going to get with an even worse dude that's going to live with his children.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm really bad at like third person legalese. You guys will get what I'm saying. It's turned into an amicable thing. I think it's beautiful.
And that's where I was headed, is that it can happen, Rico. Definitely. I've seen it because my mom and my dad divorced when I was like 7. And my dad and my mom and my stepmother would hang out. Like my mom would bring us like a 6-8 hour car drive from where we lived there in central Mississippi to here, to Franklin, to my mom, to my dad and my stepmom. And she would stay the weekend before she would go back home, and we'd be there, you know, like during Christmas break or over the summer or whatever to visit. And she would hang out and they would cut up and laugh, and they were like the best friends ever. As like that was the rest of my life. That was how it was. That when my mom and dad got together, they cut up and laughed and were good friends. Now, don't get me wrong, there was ugly shit, and there was, you know,
yeah,
child
but this
support
couple I'm
issues
talking
and
about,
all that. But
they're
they
like,
definitely were able to become friends after it all was said and done. And I think a lot of it had to do with us
this
being
couple,
in the middle of it
pressure's
all.
off for them. I'm sorry, I keep interrupting you. This couple I keep talking about. By the way, I realize I'm not fooling anyone with my third person stuff. I just signed a NDA kind of thing. But this couple friend of mine, you know, it's turned amicable. You know, they both feel the pressure's off. You know, I don't have to worry about being, or my, so he says he doesn't have to worry about emotional maturity. It's cool. Like it's turned refreshing. Like, you know, now I'm this guy would fight for her honor. You know, like it took a minute to turn over to that, but it's where it is. And she's dropping her BS police claims now. It's
are they good? I was gonna say if there's gonna If there's going to be claims of honor, I think of anybody who's there to fight and throw fists and throw down and ride or die bitch in that sort of way for that particular honor. I'd choose you too.
Yeah, I'm not going to go into that. It's embarrassing, but
I just know that you don't fight. I know that a bunch of elementary school kids could run up to you, beat you up, and try to steal your bike. And you wouldn't do a damn thing about it, but just take the punches from the elementary kids.
Well, yeah, because I thought that maybe what if they're trying to join a gang and they had to do this? Like, yeah, I try to see the best in people to a level. I mean, I just admitted at Myrtle Beach I let a drunk driver run me over and I let him go. I'm actually a pretty good soul. At the end of the day, I'm just.
Now, this drunk driver stopped and asked you, like, dude, can I run you over? And you're like, sure. Like, all right. And you jumped in front of his car and you're just like, ooh, clip. Let me hit you with the side of my car.
Well, I mean, it wasn't totally his fault. He was looking right, turning left, and I was in the crosswalk, so I had to shove my girlfriend. I can say this in first person. Yeah, I had to shove her out of the way. And by the way, I'm making a briefer story out of it. I was like, I did ask him to park his car and not drive anymore, and I would let him go without, contacting the police. So I wasn't like stupid pushover about it.
Gotcha.
Like,
and it's not like you let him run you over, like you keep saying.
Yeah. And even
he ran you over, and then you just didn't do anything about it.
Right. Yes.
Really?
Right,
Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's
which was just kind of my point.
But yeah.
Which is why I was saying if there was any honor there, I would want you to be the man to fight for it.
Well, my third person friend I'm always talking about, he has a big heart. He just didn't know how to be.
Yep.
And she quickly out.
I'm not a doormat. I've got a big heart.
I know Karen B called me a human doormat. She said that was my superpower. I mean, so this third person character I'm talking about.
As in blind spot? The big blind spot for how you are being used as a human doormat is your superpower? Not being your ability to completely ignore the fact that it's happening is a superpower?
Okay, that's kind of crazy. No, I know I need to hear it. I know. I've been told. Stand up for yourself. But when it counts, I do stand up for my friend. I just can't stand up for myself to save my life. Says this third person guy I'm talking about.
It takes
Jesus
a lot.
Christ, I'm bad at legalese.
It takes a lot. It takes a real internal shift.
Well, I feel like I've won. So he says he feels like he's won because he's now free. He felt like he was almost in a state of slavery. So he says, air quotes, legalese, hashtag legalese.
We got just about out of here. Only got, a couple minutes. But I'm a real enabler myself, so don't listen to me when I give advice. Or do listen to me. Just realize that most of my life I completely ignored the advice that I give. Because it was given to me, I ignored it to my peril. Now I give it to others for them to either follow or ignore. And hopefully it won't be at their peril.
No, I completely, I took down notes that day I called you about, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Something Justin does too. I did take down notes and have been doing, so he says he's been doing work in that arena, even though he apparently doesn't have an issue in that arena. You know what? Forget this. I'll talk after. I can't pull off third person shit.
There's a meeting close by. I'm sure of it. Find yourself a sponsor. Let them know it's not necessarily your issue, but you are in.
No.
Your life has become unmanageable.
It has nothing to do with how much partying I'm doing. It has to do with why I'm escaping.
And
escapism. Or yeah, like I was really listening that day when I called. I really was.
I was going to say, just take a look at those first 3 steps. And once you realize your life has become unmanageable, right? The best choices that you can make have got you to where you are right now. So you need to change your thinking.
Great place. I have a framed $20 bill in front of me, hanging on the wall. It was my first farm pay.
Nice.
So I'm in a great place. I'm in a beautiful place.
Well, I'm sure you are. And I'm really excited for you. I think taking care of the animals is going to do you a lot of good. Tending to the plants is going to do you a lot of good. And it was really good to hear from you this morning, Rico. But that is it. That is the end of it.
Love you guys.
Love you.
Love you guys. Thank you.
You chalk this up as I hopped off for you. Remember that when we're hooking up again. I mean, for the first time.
All right. We love you all. Thanks you all for hanging out this morning. We will see you back here on Wednesday morning for more of the Ironworks. Until then, be good, be well, do good, do it well. We love you. Bye-bye.